Welcome back to Global Bike Buzz, the channel where we bring you the latest and greatest from the two-wheeled world. Today, we're diving deep into a machine that's already turning heads across the globe at the brand new 2026 CFMOTO 450 mount. Now, CFMOTO's been making some serious waves in the adventure and dual sports segment over the last few years, and with the 450 mount, they've pushed their game up another level. So whether you're a weekend warrior, a budget-conscious explorer, or someone simply curious about what this bike is all about, stay tuned because we're breaking down every angle from the aesthetics to the performance, and everything in between. Let's get into it. Dramatic rolling shot A B-roll of the bike riding through off-road terrain and city streets. Right off the bat, the 450 mount makes a bold first impression. Visually, it's clear that CFMOTO has poured serious design effort into creating a rugged yet refined adventure bike. The front end is aggressive and in a good way. That tall windscreen, the big style fender, and the vertically stacked LED headlamp give it that true adverb look. The light signature is sharp and modern, with daytime running lights that frame the headlamp like a pair of determined eyes. It's not just for show either, as the illumination is bright, evenly spread, and perfectly suited for late-night rides or misty trail mornings. From the side, the proportions are on point. This isn't one of those bikes that look good only from certain angles. It holds its own from every viewpoint. The tank design is muscular, flaring outward in a way that gives the bike presence without making it feel overly bulky. You'll also notice that clever crash protection integrated into the frame. It's subtle, but it's there, and it's going to save riders a lot of grief when taking the bike off the beaten path. The spoked wheels, 21 inches at the front and 18 at the rear, immediately hint at its off-road intentions. CFMOTO isn't pretending here. They've designed this to handle both asphalt and dirt with equal confidence. As we move to the rear, the story continues. The seat tapers nicely towards the back, giving the pillion a decent amount of space while maintaining a narrow profile that's great for standing on the pegs. The tail light is LED as well, seamlessly integrated under the rear luggage rack. And yes, the rack comes as standard. That's a nice touch, especially in this category where manufacturers often charge extra for accessories that are almost essential for adventure riders. Now, let's talk about what really matters at the heart of the bike. Underneath all that sharp design is a 449cc parallel twin engine, and it's the same platform we've seen on the CFMOTO 450 NK and 450 Senior, but with a twist. Here, it's been tuned for adventure. It delivers about 43 horsepower and 44 Nm of torque, which may not sound groundbreaking on paper, but in practice, it's an absolute treat. The power delivery is linear, smooth, and very controllable, exactly what you want when you're riding unpredictable surfaces. Whether you're crawling up a gravel hill or making a pass on the highway, the engine feels ready and willing. The 270-degree crank layout gives it a nice, thumpy character too, almost like a V-twin, which adds to the riding engagement. The 6-speed gearbox is slick, and here's something impressive. The 450 mount comes with a slipper clutch and a standard quick shifter. That's right, in this segment, at this price point, you're getting premium features that enhance both safety and fun. Downshifting aggressively into a corner feels controlled, and clicking up through gears is satisfyingly smooth whether you're on road or off. Handling is another strong suit. The bike rides on Kib suspension, a 41mm USD forks at the front with a generous 200mm of travel, and a preload adjustable monoshock at the rear with 200mm of travel as well. It's plush, absorbent, and well calibrated for mixed use. Small rocks, potholes, dirt tracks, the 450 mount eats them all up without breaking a sweat. The suspension setup offers a confident middle ground, soft enough for comfort, firm enough for spirited cornering. You can absolutely push this bike harder than you'd expect. Braking is handled by J.1 components, with a 320mm single disc at the front and a 240mm at the rear. They're paired with dual-channel ABS, and the feel is progressive. There's good bite at the lever and just the right amount of feedback. The rear brake especially is easy to modulate, a big plus when you're descending a loose surface and need that extra control. Seat height comes in at 800mm, which is surprisingly accessible for an adventure bike. It's manageable even for riders under 5'8", and with the narrow midsection, Getting your feet down at a stop is easier than you might think. There's also a higher seat option for taller riders, so it's good to see CFMOTO thinking inclusively here. On the tech front, the bike features a 5-inch TFT display, a crisp, bright, and easy to read even in direct sunlight. The interface is intuitive, and the display supports smartphone connectivity via Bluetooth. That means turn-by-turn navigation, call notifications, and media control right at your fingertips. There are also multiple ride modes and switchable ABS for when you're hitting the trails. Everything feels thoughtfully integrated, not overly complex, but just enough to give you modern conveniences where it counts. Fuel capacity sits at 17.5 liters, which combined with the frugal twin-cylinder engine, should get you well over 350 kilometers on a full tank. That's solid for weekend adventurers and long-distance commuters alike. The weight, around 175 kilograms dry, which is quite impressive considering its capability. Once moving, the weight disappears. Low-speed balance is excellent, and for newer riders or those coming from smaller bikes, the 450 mount feels very approachable. In terms of pricing, CFMOTO continues its tradition of undercutting the competition. Depending on the region, we're seeing prices in the range of $6,500 to $7,200, making this one of the best value mid-sized ADVs currently available. And that's with all the goodies and the TFT display, quick shifter, luggage rack, spoked wheels, crash bars, and high-quality suspension, all included as standard. Compare that to other bikes in the category, and it becomes clear why the 450 mount is already generating such buzz. Now, of course, no bike is perfect. There are a couple of things that could be improved. Some riders might want more power for highway cruising to up with luggage, and others might prefer a tubeless tire setup instead of traditional tubes. But when you consider what you're getting at, the ride quality, the features, the styling, and the price, those are very small compromises in an otherwise excellent package. So, what's the verdict? The 2026 CFMOTO 450 mount is not just another middleweight adventure bike. It's a strong statement from CFMOTO that they are here to compete seriously in the global adverb space. It's a bike that encourages exploration, suits a wide range of riders, and punches far above its weight class. For newer riders looking for their first adventure bike, or even seasoned riders who want something affordable and fun for off-road weekends, this machine makes a compelling case. We'll be following up with a long-term review to see how it performs after hundreds of kilometers on mixed terrain, but as of now, it's safe to say CFMOTO has hit the mark with this one. If you're in the market for a mid-weight adventure bike that won't break the bank but will keep a grin on your face, the 450 mount absolutely deserves a spot on your short list. Thanks for watching Global Bike Buzz. If you found this review helpful, make sure to hit that like button,